Welcome back. I got my apples all cooked. And I'm just putting them in my food mill. Turning the food mill. If you're not familiar with a food mill, it is a pan that the bottom is kind of different. You put a blade. This came with 3 different pureeing blades. It came with one that was big holes, medium holes, and a small holes. I'm using the medium because I think that's the way I want my applesauce. And I'm just turning it so it has a blade in here, and you just hook it, put your food in there and turn it, and it starts mashing your fruit while it separates the skins and the seeds and the stems. Some of these skins just slid right off the apples, which is good. But I'm still going to puree it in here because I like the color of the skins. I'm using Gala apples. I originally thought I was getting 2 types of apples. I thought I was getting ginger gold and Galas. But when I got to the register, I had all the same apples because the ginger gold, I guess, are golden apples. I've never bought them before, so I didn't know. So I ended up getting twice as many of the same apple that I thought. Alright, so when you get this mashed down pretty well, go both ways because it scrapes up the skins, and then you just keep mashing. I can take a spatula and scoop this out, this pulp out. That way, as I'm going, I don't have an overabundance of a buildup of skins and seeds. Just scoop it out as I need to. Hot, very hot. I don't know what I could make out of the skins. Some people use every part of everything, but they do. This could be a long process. Got this piece of apple that don't want to get down in there. If you're only doing a few apples, it's not a bad process, but I have this, I'm almost done with this one. I got this big old pot next to me. Skin already out. This is already done. Piece of skin out. Alright, so this is the process. I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to try to pause you this time because I keep hitting the wrong button, and I'll be back. Okay, finally got my apples all milled out. And that's good. Just the last couple cranks here and the last little bit. I bet it took me 45 minutes, probably 40 minutes to do this process, because I had a lot of apples. I had close to 20 pounds of apples. But it's gonna be good. Alright. Had I used the smaller mesh for this, oops, I probably would have, I got just, you know, from cranking and cranking, I got a little bit of skin in there in my applesauce. I'm not worried about it. That's the last little bit. Yep, that's all I can get. So I put that in there. And I got, let me tell you, I got quite the amount. I'm just going to stir it up a little bit. I'm going to taste it. That's hot. But it's good. I don't really think I need to put any sugar in it. Sugar is optional. That's really good. I used Gala apples, which are on the sweeter apples. Had I used something more tart, I would have definitely had to add sugar to this, but I'm not going to add any sugar. My daughter will be happy if I share some with the kids, because there's no added sugar. It's better for me, actually. It's just pure apples. I was thinking I could make some plain applesauce and some cinnamon applesauce. A little bit of skin in that. Yep, because the skin kind of slipped through the holes. Like I said, I used the medium hole strainer. Had I used the fine, I like the texture of this though. If I would have used the finer one, it would have pureed it even smaller. I like the texture. It's not too chunky, but it's not too fine either. Wow, that's a pile of applesauce. So making your own homemade applesauce is very easy to do. You don't have to do it on a large scale like I am. I do everything on a large scale, I think. No matter what I do. So since I'm using all the same apples, I'm going to add some lemon juice. It said to add some lemon juice. It said bottled lemon juice. I don't have bottled. Scoop this thing off. Oops, off the stove. Okay, I got something splashed on my glasses. All right. I it did say to use apple or some lemon juice to keep it from browning. I did use some of this fruit fresh on my apples when I was cooking them. Maybe I don't want to use too much apple juice because I don't want it to get sour. When you get sour, then you gotta add sugar. It's good. I know lemon juice does better with keeping things from browning, but it's not really brown. It's not brown from the browning of the apples, it's from the skins. Now, had I peeled these and everything, then it would be creamy white. It wouldn't even be this color. But I didn't feel like peeling 20 pounds of apples. That's a pile of applesauce. Lordy be. So I'm thinking I'm going to do some plain and some plain and some, I'm trying to get my cabinet here. Oops. Some plain and some cinnamon. Thinking. Take a little bit over to Tiffany and see what she thinks. I'll be right back. Okay. This is a huge stock pot full of applesauce. This is my Painter Woman stock pot. I think it's a 6-quart. I did add a cup of sugar to this, just 1 cup. It tastes good by itself, but some people might think it's not sweet enough, so I just added a cup to this whole pot. So now what I gotta do is I gotta bring it up to a boil, low boil, and then I have to keep it hot while I pack it into the jars. That's called hot packing. I did look up a recipe for applesauce, and it did say to hot pack applesauce. Pack it in the jars when it's boiling, put it in your water bath, and you gotta water bath it for 20 minutes. So I'm gonna keep this on low because I don't want it to scorch, and applesauce will scorch. And then I'm gonna jar it up. I'm gonna water bath it for 20 minutes, and then I'll take a picture of my final result, a little bit of skin, and post it to the community page of my channel, the community tab of my channel. So that's it for today's applesauce making. Thank you for joining me. If you like what you see and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button below. Give me a thumbs up. Share me with your friends with a like. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave it in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer. And until we meet up again with another project, Crocker's Crazy Living. Have a wonderful day and a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye.